when I was filming that my capture card stuff got full. As I got a little carried away while playing, I was playing for a little while. I'm now level 13. I've done some stuff with Curie. I did upgrade a few of my weapons after the end of that stream. I know we had a 10mm pistol we wanted to upgrade, but so I did. I found a one that already had a long ported barrel, so I just used that, as well as everything else, and made a nice little 10mm pistol for my stealth build. Still relying on these two. I have used a lot of ammo for this guy, so I am going to start relaxing more on the ammo use on it. But, yeah. Follow the Freedom Trail. Fuck no.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
Sorry. I'll come back later.
No, that's not what I mean. We're not just closed for the day. We're closed permanently. The detective's gone missing.
Don't worry. I can help. Tell me what happened.
Nick was working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station. There's an old vault down there. That they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but he just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing that old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry. You read the paper?
I am going to use the last of the ammo for the pipe rifle here. To just be done with it. And once I'm done with it, I'm going to retire it for a little while until I build up enough ammo for it again. I'm probably wondering why I just don't buy ammo. Well, it's simple. 3 caps apiece for the 38 rounds. Versus if I had a higher charisma, them being cheaper. Since I don't have that, the prices suck, so I'm just gonna hold off for a while. I'm gonna start slowly building up my charisma and luck stats. Just so I have more access to more things. As far as getting money from people.
See those big lights? That's right. Working electricity.
We got purified water inside the city. Best drink in the Commonwealth.
I believe we're supposed to file a police. Did you hear something? I have survived the hostilities.
I do have plenty of stim packs, so I'm not worried about running out of those. So I don't really have to worry about buying medical supplies. Speaking of buying medical supplies, why can't Curie be used as like a doctor that you find at like Diamond City and stuff? Like she should be able to just heal me no issue. Like similar to like you should have these dialogue options they have when you go to some of the people, but you don't. I need to start being a bit more careful with my ammo. That's Wonder Glue.
What the hell was that?
Whole lot less of that.
Well, that was worth it. I got more ammo than I used to kill him, so. Alright. Oh, I forgot to leave this back at Sanctuary. Whoops. I did also find this, which I will
Can
be
we explore?
turning into my my main weapon soon enough. Once I have either A, found a version of it that has a suppressor, in which I'm going to downgrade all of its stuff. Detected.
Yo, psst.
Do you need
Over
something
there.
from me?
Psst. Take a look.
Alright, well, my plan for stealth critical didn't go as planned. Fuck that.
So violent.
Fuck that, dude. All these have a weight of 0. I'll take all 12 of them. I'll take those, and I'll take that. I was way too cocky into going into that. Also, upgrading my shotgun after getting gun nut rank 2 was probably the best idea I could have had. Not what I wanted to use. Sighted extra laser pistol. Not worried. Okay, how much can I sell that for? Not enough.
Bingo.
Alright, now that that's been handled.
I'm telling you, joining Skinny Malone's crew was the best decision we've ever made. Look at this place.
I still say Malone's weak.
Shit. Where'd that come from? You die on me! Son of a...
He's here for the detective.
Uses logs for relevant data.
Okay, so what the fuck? These guys should not be that high of a level?
Whoever owns this place should be ashamed.
That's it.
Hmm.
Nice. Lock's really strong.
I hate when they put locked crates like that behind something. Like, I'm never coming back to Park Street Station.
What was that?
There is something nearby. Identity unknown.
Fraidy cat.
Returning fire. Your pulse and vital signs are still within acceptable parameters.
Curie is honestly my favorite companion. Just because they're random, like, shit that they say is funny. And now I'm running into legendary enemies more often. 2 legendary motherfuckers. I am happy with that. Alright.
A vault. I suppose it's worth investigating.
You, Skinny? Lila?
Sweet.
Wait.
question. Why the hell would anyone build a vault out of a subway station? This place is like the opposite of airtight.
Because they weren't planning to use it, you moron.
Is this worth anything? This world above ground is very confusing.
Well, Curie, it's to build shit.
What?
I may have detected unusual behavior. We may not be alone. Zoom in combat operations. I am still intact. There is something nearby. Identity unknown.
Hey.
Dangerous. Combat is quite vigorous exercise.
You know, looking at it, I don't think Vault-Tec meant to fire the nukes when they did. I think they wanted to do it later. Because I feel like they caught wind that the Chinese were going to fire a nuke, or America was, and decided, shit, we need to make this look believable. Because this vault didn't even get finished being built. And you know they wouldn't have let that happen. They would have waited till at least the first 122 vaults were completed.
How you doing in there, Valentine? Feeling hungry? Want a snack?
Keep talking, meathead. It'll give Skinny Malone more time to think about how he's gonna bump you off.
Found you, knucklehead.
Hostilities resuming.
pick this.
Hey, you! I don't know who you are, but we... got 3 minutes.
Ah, my knight in shining armor. Question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb? An old private eye.
My son, Sean, is missing. He was kidnapped. But I don't know who took him or where they went.
Missing kid, huh? I've been cooped up in here for weeks.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, you got...
Nick.
You help me get out of here, and then I'll...
There we go.
I'll help you. Malone's crew here used to be small time. Muscled out of the old neighborhood by bigger players. So they found this place. Don't know what happened to the previous owners, but they're not exactly around to charge rent. Empty vault. Perfect hideout.
There we are. How do you want to play this? His only
Hard or
job
loud,
is to check.
Got it.
Why does that take so fucking long, huh? Hey, Dino, quit razzing that detective and get down here. Wait, what the? What the? There, waste them. You die on me.
Double check and make sure I searched them all.
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open. Almost got it. There we are. Hell of a lot easier to do when the lock isn't on the other side.
Yes.
What?
Who? Nothing. Am I freaking seeing things? Huh? I can't see!
That's it.
Gotta save up for...
Oh, yeah!
Once we step through this door, get ready for anything.
What are you doing? You come into my house, shoot up my guys? You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your two-timing dame, Skinny. You ought to tell her to write home more often.
Oh, poor little Valentine. Ashamed you got beat up by a girl? I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Should've left it alone, Nikki. This ain't the old neighborhood. In this vault, I'm king of the castle. You hear me? And I ain't letting some private dick shut us down now that I finally got a good thing going.
I told you we should have just killed him! But then you had to get all sentimental. All that stupid crap about the old times.
Darla, I'm handling this. Skinny Malone's always got things under control.
Oh yeah? Then what's this guy doing here, huh? Valentine must have brought him here to rub us all out.
Darla, listen to me. You have a home to go back to. You don't want to throw your life away with these thugs.
Don't you try to confuse me! Get him, Skinny!
He's lighter or heavier? Or old?
Nick, he's missing his head, buddy.
Few ounces. Good night, Prince. To all the others. Conversation with Darla's parents when I tell them their daughter bit the big one. Well, at least the case is closed. Let's get out of here. The service ladder that should take us right to the surface.
I hate the long loading screens of Fallout. Oh, let's go. So let me check the chat. who are your favorite characters in Fallout 4? So, it's a weird question considering like overall favorite character. I I really wouldn't know. It's a toss up between a few different people. That being Nick Valentine, Curie, and Paladin Dance, as all those characters are really cool and do some good stuff, as well as have unique like character development and storylines throughout the game. But it really depends. Like, I don't know. If anything, I'd have to say Paladin Dance or Nick. Curie's up there for my favorite companion, but as far as story wise, Paladin Dance and Nick are just a lot better. Because Nick, he has all his, Eddie Winter stuff plus his backstory with Dima. And Paladin Dance has this whole synth story that he has. But outside of companion characters, I'd probably have to go with probably Elder Maxon. Mainly because he is pretty cool. Him or really Virgil. Virgil was a cool character as well with their backstory and everything, and what stuff he could do with them. I don't know. It's a hard thing to put for a favorite character. No. That's simple. Fallout 4 would be my favorite. Main reason I say Fallout 4 is one, it was the first one that really got me into the series because I had played the others, but it was like occasionally here and there. But here, wait, is Nick gonna leave? Oh, we wait for Nick to get out here. It was the first one I got into the series with.
Hey, Valentine.
Right.
You ready to talk? How do you know?
Your secretary, Ellie. She sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise. Now, you mentioned something about your son, Sean, how he went missing. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think...
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond...
Right. So anyway, well, I fast travel back to there. So the reason I say Fallout 4 is one, it was the first one that got me into the series, because as I had played the other ones before, it was mostly just like one-off, like me playing it for like at a friend's house or something, not really for too long, and to really pique my interest in the series. Even though I was a huge Elder Scrolls fan, I don't know why I never got into the older Fallout games, especially before Fallout. But then when I was in, I think it was like 8th grade or something, when this game finally came out, and I had saw some stuff online for this stuff. I think it was Alternate History Hub's video on the Fallout lore, and I was like, you know what, this game sounds interesting. And then my one friend was talking it up a bunch, so I decided to get it. And it was overall a pretty fun game.
You need protection.
But
Everyone.
one of the main reasons why I like it more than the other ones is gameplay. Combat in this game is leagues better than the others. Because I personally don't like New Vegas's combat, as it is not very fun. Like, gunplay is pretty bad. Melee combat, though, is better in the older games, I will give it that. But, even here, a lot of melee combat does get a little bit better. But, I also, one of the main reasons why I think I really was drawn to this one, especially why I stuck with it, is it's you know, it's more new user friendly.
Ellie? Are you here?
Nick?
It's a little bit easier to get into this game than it is the older
God,
Fallout games, as
it's really
you know, the
you.
mechanics are a lot
Well,
easier
it's
to
hard
understand.
mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
You're welcome,
to
you
do
dumb
it.
bitch.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here. I know an amount wasn't on the table when you went out to find him, but you know, if you're looking for work.
Whoa. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing,
We're looking for my son, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
good question. What else can you tell me?
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. A lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. Anything else you remember?
My wife was murdered. She was trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers. But they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. Well, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda.
So you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype, anyway.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw.
The woman was dressed in, I think it was a kind of hazard suit. The man had some sort of metal brace on his arm.
Maybe some kind of improvised armor? A lot of hired guns do that to look tough. The hazard suit is interesting. Not many mercs can afford something that fancy. What else do you remember about them?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head. Scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Oh, yeah. I heard their names, their home addresses, and where their diary keys are hidden.
All right. Calm down. It's way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
Maybe it's another kidnapped kid.
Yeah, either that or he's got a son of his own. Not a comforting thought in any case. Both of them vanished a while ago. Haven't been heard or seen since. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always...
I'm gonna go steal the key from the mayor's office first, as it's just easier. But anyway, back to why Fallout 4 I think is pretty good, especially my favorite. One, guns customization's a lot more fun. Base building's fun. I do love building stuff, and you know it's just easier to get into. That's probably why I stayed with it.
Heard you busted Valentine.
But if I had to put one thing I do like about this one, characters actually have fucking voice acting, like for the player character. Well, I know it limited dialogue like it from the last games, which did hurt it in overall story terms, because like the story for this game, well, pretty good. Is it as good as New Vegas or 3? But still, this one's just a ton of fun to play. Plus, power armor in this game feels fucking badass to use.
Mayor's in no mood to talk about any of this synth nonsense, unless you're looking for a house.
Uh-huh. I don't need it.
Catch you later.
No funny business around the mayor.
Excuse me, but I'm very busy right now.
But wait, that is not ours, is it?
Well, it might not be ours, Curie. It's theirs. Anyway, on the way to Fort Hagen, I'll probably answer some more questions. So if you have any, throw them in the chat, and I'll look at them. Let me just get the thing up. Fuck off, Curie.
Read all about it. An outsider's perspective on Diamond City. Are we still the
My Curie wait at?
Who wants to look beautiful? Hairstyles from across the
Buy a sweater!
I should try to get to
If you're hungry,
the
grab a quick bite of power noodle.
yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that now real fast. Hang back to Sanctuary for a moment to just drop off stuff. Just to make my life a little bit easier. There we go, we've loaded in. Transfer. I'm gonna leave this here, that. Staggering pipe pistol. You know, not a bad little gun. I'm gonna leave this because there's no point carrying a gun with next to no ammo. I will say I do have a ton of aluminum and what's it called now? Aluminum and adhesive. I do need to get a lot more screws though, because for some upgrades, which screws are very useful for, you kinda are fucked without them. But this is probably the most adhesive I've actually had in a non-modded playthrough. Because like in modded playthroughs, obviously there's a lot more, and a lot of guns have lower adhesive requirements for weapons. Versus, and plus, you know, more shit, but... Alright. Now back to not leaving Nick waiting. This poor guy.
Take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind. Place seems small to you? Figured a guy like Kellogg would think big. Nothing here. Did you check out that desk? Well, that's one way to hide a room.
Gwinnett stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, and cigars. San Francisco Sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
I wonder if dog meat could pick up the scent.
Say, that's not a bad idea. Some dogs out there in the Commonwealth can track a man for miles. Why don't you go fetch him? Before you head out, besides, you already have plenty of company. Can't all go...
Goodbye, Nick.
Hopefully not forever. I want to see you and your kids safe and sound when you get back. Good luck.
Nick.
Time to hit the road?
No, fuck off, Nick. I'm trying to get outside the house.
Good to be back in Diamond City.
Dog meat. Get the scent, boy. Take me to him, boy. Take me to Sean.
I think getting the next level on the hacking perk might be worthwhile here. Just because of the Fat Man thing, because I'm going to use the Fat Man to kill Kellogg. I'm going to bank a critical with it. One tap that motherfucker. Anyway. Like I said, I'll answer a few questions while we're running around. Since it's just a long hike of just dumb bullshit. Alright, well, I had to rank the Fallout games. I mean, it's kind of hard because I haven't played the originals. Just because I've never owned them. So I'd have to put 1, 2, Tactics, and Brotherhood of Steel at, like, I haven't played. But out of the main ones I have played, that being New Vegas, 76, 3, and 4, as well as Fallout Shelter, the game. I'm not going to count the board games because while I do have the Mysterious Stranger miniature, I'm not going to count that as for the game stuff. But
San Francisco Sunlights. Kellogg's preferred.
Last place, definitely 76. I hate that game with a passion. I know it's made a comeback, but they've done a bunch of dumb stuff like that Fallout First bullshit. As well as fucked up lore with the Brotherhood of Steel, fucked up lore with the Enclave. And while it makes sense the Enclave would exist in those regions, the Brotherhood should not. Like, they screwed up a bunch of shit, in my opinion, with it. Plus, gameplay-wise, it wasn't the best. the constant crashes at launch kind of killed the game for me. Because the game had such a bad launch. Like when I went to play that, like me and a bunch of my friends who were interested in playing and all hyped for the game, stopped playing. Like after the first couple days, because it would take us long to get in, and we couldn't do crap. So it's like the only game on my Xbox that I own that I have next to no hours in. And I wish I was able to refund it. So yeah, like, I do want to give it another chance though, again, now that it's, you know, been a while, they fixed a lot of stuff, because I have tried to play it since then, but there's just been issues, like, you can't play by yourself, at least modded, because they have made mods, but I know you needed the Fallout first stuff for a while, but my main issue is, like, if you want to play solo, you couldn't, as much as I really liked the idea of, you know, playing Fallout 4 with other people, my friends, being in a massive server with a bunch of other people who will randomly attack you, and well, if you have your combat stuff turned off, you just take less damage until you engage them or whatever bullshit. It was annoying as fuck, because me, who's trying to, you know, learn the game and get used to the different mechanics, especially combat mechanics, had to deal with a jackass who was a couple levels higher than me, constantly killing me. Because they had found better weaponry and power armor. So that's a game where I honestly just did not enjoy it whatsoever. I will say though, I do like what they did with power armor in that game by introducing newer sets, but I wish they would have built off existing models. Because obviously, like, certain, you know, groups having their own special variants of power armor that were created pre-war. Alright, fair. But I feel like a lot of it should have been, like, heavily modified versions of already existing power armor. Just because it would have fit a little better in the lore, in my opinion. But then again, what do I know? Trader? Oh, what the fuck?
Looking to trade?
Let's see what you got.
Anything with screws? Yeah, no, I'm not buying it.
Ship on top of the building in Charleston? Well, apparently some crazy robot has moved in and started building something in it. Nobody knows what it's up to. Good talking to you, friend.
Interesting. But yeah, no, Fallout 76 is the last on my list. As I just don't know, even if I do get back to it, if I can even give it another chance. Because for me, a lot of games, when they have a terrible launch, it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth, especially when it's a game that, like, did not hit the way it would have. It should have.
A decoy, huh?
It pisses me off. And then, like, when I go to play, it's just like, I just remember how bad it was. And it makes it harder to enjoy the game. Oh. Not want to sit down. But next up would probably be Fallout 3. I like Fallout 3's story, but I don't know. I didn't like how the map design is. I hate the metro tunnels. They're part of the reason I haven't really, like, I've only really beaten the game, I think, one time. And that is because I just hate those fucking metro tunnels, dude. They're so easy to get lost in, if especially when you're not used to them. that. It's just fucking annoying. Did I really just miss that shot? Outside of that though, combat in that game I really didn't like. Especially considering it was just... I don't know, it just wasn't as fun. I will say though, RP aspects and story aspects were way better than Fallout 4. And they were really fun. Plus, you know, all the different characters. Especially I like how followers could die in the game. Well, they did have a lot of hit points. It made it like where you have to actually be a little bit more careful with your followers, with what you bring them into. Because they could just, you know, die on you. So I did pretty much like that. I wish they had that in Fallout 4. But also I did like the idea that they had followers that were just really weak NPCs. Like, I think, I forgot the name of the character, but like, there's a few of them around. They're cool. Also, I like the karma system in that game. Same with New Vegas. I wish that was something they brought back. As, you know,
this had to be
having good, you know, karma or bad karma would have been, you know, interesting. Especially with Fallout 4, considering there are a lot of moral dilemmas in the game. Like, stuff with, like, you know, fucking, Austin and Vault 81, or, you know, blowing up the Institute and letting people leave.
Keep your mouth shut. Please, you gotta help me. Oh no.
Dangerous? Combat is quite vigorous exercise. My systems are eager to absorb
You saved
new
my life.
data.
I ain't going that far back. Well, Art, you could stay alive. I don't care. But no. So Fallout 3 was a pretty fun game. I do like how they had the Brotherhood and, you know, the DLCs were fun, like Project Anchorage and Broken Steel. I did like how they made it so you could play the game again after you beat the main story, as that's one of the main things I dislike about New Vegas, but we'll get into that after this. So next would, oddly enough, be New Vegas. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying that. Now, New Vegas was a fun game, don't get me wrong. And in no way, shape, or form is this, you know, belittling that game at all, as that game was extremely good. I do love the story. I do love the factions, especially how different, you know, outfits have, you know, different meanings to different factions. I wish that was something that was brought back in 3 and 4. As, like, here I could wear a full Institute armor, walk up to the Brotherhood, and be fine. I could wear full Brotherhood armor and go into the Institute and have no issue.
Was this our man?
Like, it's something that I think should still, like, should be in the games. But, of course, it isn't, because Bethesda, I guess, doesn't like that mechanic. My main gripes with Fallout New Vegas, though, and is why it's not my favorite, is I do like the tag skills. I do like the, perks. And I do like, I just like how the game is just built. And I love the story. This has some of the most unique characters like Ulysses, Joshua Graham, Mr. House. But the game suffers from, due to the short time frame they had to make the game, they couldn't flush out enough stuff for it to be the best, in my opinion. Because that was the second Fallout game I played, was New Vegas. Because after I beat 4, I bought it on Xbox, I played it a bit, and I did like it. and I watched a ton of lore stuff on it before I even found a copy of it at GameStop that was for sale. As for some reason, I could find all the other Fallout games but New Vegas at any GameStop. Because I did have a copy of Fallout 3, I just didn't play it. I don't know why. I wanted to play New Vegas more. But the issue that I have with it is because of the short time frame they had to build the game, they didn't flush out the map enough for me. Exploring New Vegas is fun, but there's lots of massive areas with just nothing in it, or things that do have stuff it could have used more. So I feel like that did hurt them a bit. But granted, another thing I don't like is how unstable the game is. I think it's the only Fallout game I have trouble running on both my computer and my Xbox. Fallout 4 on Xbox with maximum like mod space runs better than New Vegas on my PC, and New Vegas on console works pretty well, but still randomly crashes too. I don't know what's up with it, but it's annoying. But I wish Fallout would, or at least Bethesda would, allow another company to make a Fallout game, especially Obsidian, and give them a actual good time frame to build a game. Because I feel like if Obsidian had more time to build up Fallout New Vegas, it would have been extremely good. Also, my biggest gripe with New Vegas is the fan base for New Vegas. New Vegas' fan base for the game is cancerous. They are extremely toxic to the rest of the Fallout community on the sheer fact that they think their game is better. Now, don't get me wrong, Fallout New Vegas is a great game, but you shouldn't be belittling other people for liking, like, Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 over it. Like, it's all personal preference. So, like, they're the ones who get angry about anything else that comes out Fallout related. And they're like, oh, it's nothing like what Obsidian did with New Vegas. You know, the real creators of Fallout. And don't get me wrong, Obsidian, you know, being the technical original creators of the Fallout series, as their original company did make Fallout, the first Fallout games. But they just, like, Bethesda owns them now, and well, that does suck in some regards. Gotta admit, it has helped the series grow as a whole. Like, there's stuff with the games that I don't think many people had expected to see be done for a while, and look, they've been done. I don't know. It's just really annoying with New Vegas fans, as there's one dude who I was friends with back in the day, and when I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing Fallout 4, and when they had asked me why I don't play, you know, New Vegas more than it, I said I just prefer the combat of this game, and I prefer, you know, gameplay. They got extremely pissy at me, and were just being a complete asshole for a while about it, and now I just don't even talk to the person, because I'm like, dude, I was just trying to enjoy a game. Like, I get it, you know, it's not the best Fallout. Well, it is the best in my opinion, but it does have a lot of flaws. That doesn't mean you should just be shitting on other people for enjoying it over the others. Like, you don't see me shit, like, I'll shit on games all the time, but I won't, like, bash someone entirely, like, while being a complete asshole to them over a game that they like choosing. Like, I have friends who play League, and I'll make, like, a joke or two here and there to them, but I'll never just, like, outright, you know, be an asshole to them over the game. But no, Vegas. I don't know. It is still a fun game to play, and I will play it what I can. It's just I prefer others. God, I'm gonna get shit on for that. But anyway, number one is Fallout 4. As I went into earlier on what my favorite Fallout is, it's this one. Only because gameplay is a lot more fun. They did flesh out power armor more. They built up more lore on the East Coast. They added T60 power armor, which I know some people didn't like at first, but it does fit lore with what they did, as it was barely used on the East Coast and was really new power armor. So all things considered, it is a much more fun game.
You are hiding because you fear death.
I don't know. To me though, all the Fallout games are good, and they all have their own like pros. I would say, outside of 76, I can't say that there's any that are actually bad. They're all really good games. They're all solid, 8s to 10s for, if I had to rate them. So it really just comes down to preference. I will say my main complaint with Fallout 4. Actually, never mind. I do like. There's one other thing that I didn't bring up with Fallout 4. The introduction of the not even creation club content, as I personally dislike that you have to pay for the what are essentially just mods. But the DLCs for Fallout 4 are phenomenal. On top of that, I do like what they did with making it so you could download mods through the game itself. Well, I know not many people do it on PC, they mostly just use Nexus, but I use it on PC just because it's a lot easier, and I suck with doing mod stuff because I'm fucking stupid. But on Xbox, you can play with mods. And same with on PlayStation, but PlayStation has more restrictions. Xbox doesn't. So there's a lot of great mods that you can play on and use in Fallout 4 on Xbox, like weapons from Halo and shit like that, and it's fucking cool. It's why I honestly enjoy. It's why I honestly have so many hours in Fallout 4 on Xbox.
My door. Gave you 50-50 odds of making it to Diamond City. After that, figured the Commonwealth would chew you up like jerky.
But yeah. Next question. What is my favorite game? Again, that's a bit of a weird one, because
I get it, I do. But whatever you have to
honestly, my all-time favorite game,
it's not gonna go your way.
probably, I don't know. Because for me, there's like a few games that are all like really good that I enjoy. I would either put it up to Halo 2 or Titanfall 2. And it's weird that it's like that, because honestly, Halo 2 has been my favorite game for so long. It was actually the first video game I ever played. Well, technically not true. I did play Halo 1 before it, but I was so young I barely remember anything, and I didn't do much. I maybe played it for like all of an hour, not even. Like, I played it so little back when I was Okay, because I was born uh, after Halo 1 had released. So keep that in perspective. I was born before Halo 2. I was like 3 years old when Halo 2 came out. My brothers let me play it with them when I was younger. Just, I honestly just never left them alone, so they would just do it to shut me up. But it was extremely fun. I enjoyed it. It was like the first thing to get me into gaming. And then I started playing stuff on the Game Boy, and then started moving, like getting their hand-me-down games and stuff like the N64 and shit like that, like from them, and was just enjoying video games. Like after that, like I played a ton of Lego Star Wars and fucking what's the name of it? Kirby, Mario Kart, and then on Xbox I was playing a lot of Oblivion and GTA 4, but I was way too young to play it, which my brother me and him would play it a lot, because we used to stay up and play video games all night, and just have, fun on the weekends, because, like, he was much older, but, we both enjoyed a lot of games, and he was like, you know what, okay, let's just play some games, and it was quite fun.
Bingo.
So I would probably put Halo 2 just because of how much it led me into gaming and how fun it is, and considering it is my favorite Halo game overall, just in terms of story-wise and everything.
Yes.
Like, Halo 2 is the arbiter. Like, back in the day, because when I got my brother's Xboxes as a hand-me-down, there weren't many games on the original Xbox that they had left that they didn't keep for their Xbox 360s. So when I got it as a hand-me-down, I had a few games. I had like some of the older Call of Duties, some of the older games like Ninja Gaiden and stuff, but there were games where it was just like I didn't care about playing. I just played Halo 2. And I had so many hours in it that it was fucking crazy, to the point where I had memorized pretty much everything on the early game missions.
You got guts and determination.
Because those were the main ones I loved playing, like the Arbiter,
Possibly comprehend.
Cairo Station, shit like that. Like, I knew the ins and outs of the entire map and where you could go, different shit you could do that I figured out that not even my fucking brothers knew at the time.
Stop. Turn around and leave. You have that option. Not a lot of people.
So all-time favorite game would definitely be Halo 2. Other than that, if I had to like do like a top, I don't know, 10 ranking of games, because that's honestly probably more fitting. Probably in like after Halo 2, it definitely would be Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 was such a fun game. It is like probably my favorite FPS to go back and play still.
Nice.
As that shit was extremely fun, and I had a stupid amount of hours in it, and I was stupidly good on Xbox on it. I'm still pretty good on PC. Not as good, but whatever. But holy hell was that game extremely fun. I wish Respawn made another Titanfall, but whatever. Shit happens. I'm not gonna fault them for it. But there's another thing in the other room, if I remember correctly. No, there wasn't. So yeah, Titanfall 2, such a great game. The campaign was immaculate. Like I remember when I first got the first Titanfall game.
Yes.
I did not like it at first.
Okay.
I did not like the gunplay. I did not like
I'm just up ahead.
some of the stuff. I was terrible at it
Cities are standing
because I
down.
wasn't used to that type of shooter
Let's
yet.
talk.
Because at the time I mostly just played Call of Duty and Halo. There wasn't this high mobility shooter yet. So to me it was weird to see a game exist like that.
Detected.
Prefer if there was a whole lot less of that.
Should I have let Kellogg talk? Probably.
You were barely human.
Was it more fun to just blow him up? Yes. Yes, it was. But yeah, no. When I first played that game, I did not like it very much. I was ass at it, and after the first 2 matches I played, I just hopped off it and went to go watch a movie.
Hell yeah.
After that, a little bit later, I decided to play it again, you know, it's like the next day, and I go to play, and I start wiping the floor on people. I was doing pretty good. Especially when I started getting used to the style. After that, I just became extremely good and started playing it a ton. Me and my one friend group on Xbox One used to play it a ton. We were pretty good. We all had different strats. Like, we could single-handedly control the entire map, killing the entire enemy team and just fucking up their, like winning pretty much any match. Because we're all good. Especially Titan combat, I was like the best at. Just normal pilot to pilot combat, I was not the best at, but pilot to Titan combat, I was also really good at. So, taking out Titans without my Titan, I was pretty good at doing. And then we stopped playing after a little bit, but because issues with the online friend group bullshit. Then later on, you know, I hear that there's never gonna be a Titanfall 2. I'm like, alright, whatever. And then I see the original teaser trailer for it, and then the game comes out, and then I remember playing the story mode and loving it, playing the fucking online and just destroying people. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, there were some things I did not like with the game, mostly involving the Titans themselves. As first game, you had full customization for the loadouts. And Titanfall 2 was just classes, which I feel like hurt the game. But I get why they did it. It made it easier on the devs. It made it, you know, more balanced for going into combat. Because, like, I used to run Ogre with the... was it the triple threat? Yeah. And Vortex Shield, and would just dominate the battlefield. Now, with this, I actually had to choose, you know, a class. And I got good with all the different Titan classes on Xbox. And pretty much had, like, I took time to learn them all, as that's what I wanted to do. I got good with majority of the weapons in the game, and then I got good with majority of the what's it called? I'm drawing a blank on it. All the Titans, because I was like, you know what? I keep running into these. My Titan's not working against a certain type of Titan that's beating me now. Alright, let me swap up stuff. Maybe come at it with a different angle. You know, get a new approach. And it would work. I got good with all the Titans. So God forbid mid-match, like, my Titan's getting countered hard, and there's not much I can do against the other Titans, just because A, they're better at their Titan and know how to counter mine a lot better than I can, you know, defend with mine. I could swap over. And that's what I would do, and it was a fun game, and I highly enjoyed it. I get why Respawn has made another one, because, you know, mostly EA telling them no, considering EA's their owners. I just realized how that sounds, but yeah. Granted, Apex has been making them a lot more money, so I can't really fault them too much because of that. It just sucks though to see how a great game such as Fallout 4 could just not Fallout 4 Titanfall 2. I don't know why I said Fallout 4. It's because I'm playing Fallout 4. Could get screwed over by EA like that. It's just sad to see. I'm gonna bring the suit back to Sanctuary real fast just to drop it off. But yeah, after Titanfall 2 in like my number 3 spot, Halo Reach, easy. No, for number 3 I'm just gonna put Halo Reach and Halo 3 because both of them are pretty much interchangeable and both were extremely fun games. Halo Reach was the first game I owned on my own Xbox 360 that I got. So that's why it holds a special place for me. As you know, when I was young and got my first Xbox 360 for Christmas, I didn't have any games for it yet other than the hand-me-down stuff that my brothers gave me, in which they would, take back most of the time to go play for themselves, which, is fair. They were the ones who actually owned them, so. But, when I got my own version of the game, I was extremely happy. I, could actually play my own Halo game with my cousins and my brothers and have a ton of fun. Granted, it wasn't the best, and I wasn't that great at it, but still, it was a very fun game to play, and I honestly was not that bad at it. I was pretty good. I remember me and my cousins, we all used to play so much where we were all pretty much at the same level for a while until eventually we went on vacation and my copy of the game, because we brought our Xboxes with us, I left my copy in my Xbox not thinking anything of it, and lo and behold, it broke. I was not the happiest person when that happened. I was extremely pissed off, but it's what I get for being a dumbass. So I'm not gonna be too angry. But yeah, Halo 3 I will say though, because I got it when my brother gave me his Xbox 360 for a while when he went off to college. So for a while it was just that and GTA 4 I'd play a fuckload of.
Huh?
Carla.
Back again?
So
Time to do business.
Right.
I don't
got
know.
a few minutes
It's
to
a
browse.
toss between the two of those. After that, I would definitely say Skyrim. I remember when I was younger playing Oblivion a ton and being hyped for the next Elder Scrolls game. Especially when me and my brother first saw the original teaser trailer for it, showing the Dragonborn squaring off against a dragon with like dual-wielding weapons, being hyped as hell for the newest game. So like that will always be, one of my favorites just because of that. So number 4 would be Skyrim. Plus, it's such a fun game. It's honestly one of my favorite games to just go back and play. Like, I probably played it more than I have Fallout 4. Well, definitely more than I played Fallout 4. I played it on my old 360 account. I played it on my brother's account. I played it on my Xbox One account, back when they added cross-play. And then I bought the special edition on my Xbox so that I could actually have, the ability to not only have mods, but also the DLC, because I never owned a DLC yet. Got to play the DLCs for the first time. put a ton of time into them,
Nikki, I'm just asking for
and
your
it was fun.
It'd be a great
Let me just
report.
finish up these.
He's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn not to snoop on a man's private affairs?
Well, well, speak of the devil.
You're back. And not with your son.
You were right, Nick. Kellogg did have my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute? Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, friend. Truly. That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
No, Mr. Metal for Hands doesn't know how to get back to the factory.
No, I skipped that part of the orientation film while they were busy pulling me apart and putting me back together again. Look, the sad thing is, I have no idea.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people and...
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he was...
We can talk to him. Feel like holding a seance?
A literal dead end, huh?
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
He wasn't gonna talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him in alive.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Sure.
Jesus, Nick. Gross.
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might...
I'm gonna need a really sharp ice cream scoop.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so...
I have to go to the Memory Den.
Right. I already have someone with me. I'll meet you there, Nick.
All right. Don't worry.
Well, you two are out. I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be at the public if need.
Alright. I'm gonna take a break for a couple minutes as I gotta go to the bathroom and I also want to get myself a drink and a snack. So, I'm gonna go and I'll be back in a minute.
Most folks are just looking for a hand. All we gotta do is offer.
Alright, I'm back. Ugh. Ooh. Ah, I forgot. I have Kellogg's pistol now, which will be my crutch for a bit. And we can go fix up the pistol after I get to Good Neighbor. You know, back to the topic of games. Honestly, I'm trying to think of who my number 5 would be. Honestly, number 5 would probably be Modern Warfare 2. That game was extremely fun, and while I had played the older Call of Duties like Big Red 1 and Finest Hour, I hadn't really played any of the newer ones at that time, because at a time Modern Warfare 2 had came out. My brother never really played it. He owned a copy of it, but I think like Black Ops had just recently came out. I wanted to play a Call of Duty game, so I played that, and it was quite fun. Was it the best? No. It was very good, and I enjoyed it. As my entry into the series, it was a fun game to play, especially considering I went through the whole campaign. I will say, fuck the mission where, you know, what's-his-face betrays you, as that mission was so unbearably annoying to play. Especially on harder difficulties, because I was playing on hard difficulty, and I had kept dying a ton. And holy hell was that infuriating. Had a great story mode. Multiplayer was pretty good. And then afterwards I started playing more of the series and got far into it. Like the last Call of Duty game that I actually enjoyed though ended up being Ghosts, but because I didn't like any of the newer ones. I didn't like how they're trying to be more of a futuristic style shooter similar to Titanfall, as the way they handled that was really shit. And since then, all their games have been just shitty cash grabs. Like, I tried to get back into the series, mostly because I had found what game was it? I had enjoyed Zombies and Black Ops, and you know not Ghost. What's it called? There's a thing going around where they were going to be adding a map from like the older Zombies, and I was excited for it, and which they never did. So I didn't like it. Plus, the game ran like shit on PC.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic. You hand over everything.
Steps through the gate the first time.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Hancock.
what do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your
Everything here is
I'll take a look. Sure.
purchase of
Yeah. It was getting into Call of Duty was a little weird though. It was still a fun game, fun to get into, and I did enjoy it, and I did enjoy playing it a lot with my friends back in the day. We'll never get a new Call of Duty.
Keep letting outsiders
They're
walk
just
all
too
over us.
shit.
One day, there'll be a new man. Come on, man.
What, you dry? Head over to the third rail.
I will talk a bit while we're in the memory den, because I'm just gonna skip through all the Kellogg bullshit, because holy fuck is that boring. So I'm sure Donald does. I'll hop back on. Number 6 game would probably be
Well, Mr. Valentine.
that would probably be Fallout 4. Just considering how much actually, yeah, it's because of how much I've played this game and how much I enjoy it.
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
We need your help, Doctor.
Actually, no.
I need the memories
Halo
from a
Wars
man
2.
named Kellogg, but he's dead.
I know it, Jask.
I love Halo Wars 2. I loved Halo Wars 1 more, honestly, but Halo Wars 2 is just more fun to play.
Here's
So,
what I could find.
What's this?
story, I loved them. They honestly
Go on, Doctor.
were extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
An incredible.
Don't worry about me.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
If you want to watch the memory den section, go look it up on YouTube. I just hate sitting through it, especially on like this is my like 400th fucking playthrough.
I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your...
See you on the other side.
But yeah, no, Halo Wars 2 was much better in terms of gameplay, but Halo Wars 1 was really good in story, so
Initiating
I don't know.
migration
I'd probably play Halo Wars 2,
Mnemonic activity
but
coming from the
it's really interchangeable to do.
generated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can.
Number 7 then will be Fallout 4,
Might not be stable. Just hold on.
just because I do really enjoy this fucking game.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary.
But
I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you?
I will say this part of the game was good for like your first playthrough, but afterwards it just gets fucking boring. I mean, after that, honestly, my 7th favorite game would was after Fallout 4. I don't know.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I'd probably put Black Ops 2, honestly. I did love that game.
I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do.
That or the original MW3. Pretty much interchangeable to do.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive.
They were just fun games.
Operations lately. This must stop.
After that, or definitely do Lego Star Wars, the old one.
That's a problem for you.
And I used to play that a ton on the DS.
And what's
just because of how much I enjoyed it.
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem.
And holy hell, was it a good game.
You can afford me.
I wish,
fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
I wish a bit more was,
B748. Initiate.
done similar to it in the new one, because the new one was really good, but I don't know. I still do prefer the old one.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
9 would probably be Minecraft.
Whenever you're
Just because of when I was younger, like I was in like 2nd grade when that shit came out, and holy hell did I enjoy it. Like that and Terraria were so fun. I prefer Minecraft way more than Terraria.
Good news, I think.
Just because I played it more. I still do like Terraria, but I don't know. Minecraft was just so much fun. Like, it's crazy to think that that game's still going on. And it came out when I was in 2nd grade. It came out, which was.
One of these days, you're gonna get your head.
I'm trying to think of how long ago it came out, because I played it a little bit on PC, but mostly Xbox 360. And when I gave my Xbox 360 to my nephew, he was obsessed with it and was still playing it, and plays it on his dad's Xbox, which is my brother.
We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea.
I taught a lot of the old Minecraft stuff to my brother so he could teach my nephew how to play it.
Heads are gonna roll for this.
That's how like good that game is. It has been fun. Granted, it's harder to get into now, for me at least, because of how much has changed since its original launch. But like I still play it from time to time, especially modded Minecraft now. That's mostly what I will play when I go to play Minecraft.
Affirmative. Your only
But
option is to locate and eliminate.
it is still cool to see that this game's still, you know, a major thing.
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
And after that, in 10th, I'm gonna put Castle Crashers.
X688. Ready
Just
to read
because
with
holy
Sean.
hell was that game fun.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Well, it's hard to rank my top 10 games because outside like the first like 3, all the rest are pretty much interchangeable. They're all like games I highly enjoy.
You might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
You know, funnily enough, I am eating popcorn right now.
I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
I'll find a way to get through the rats. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Oh, crap. My controller batteries have died. Uno momento, friends. Yeah, no, as I was saying, it is hard to rank top 10 games because, like, I enjoy so many games, and, like, a ton could have made the list. Like, PUBG, pretty much all the Halo games, with the exception of Infinite, could have made it, including 5. 5 could have made it up there. That's how I did enjoy that game. A bunch of all the Fallout games could have made it up there. Oblivion could have made it up there. Some Pokemon games could have made it up there.
This belongs in the garbage can, yes?
Doctor, my friend here needs your help.
Oh? I'm not a mechanic. What could she possibly want from me?
Oh, this doctor can help me? Greetings, doctor. I wish to download my data and core programming into a human brain.
You want what? Is she serious?
Curie has a lot of pre-war research data, but she can't continue her important work as a robot.
Why not?
There are fundamental limitations in my robotic systems. I have no capacity for the human trait of inspiration.
I've never considered anything like you're proposing. It's an interesting problem. The memories wouldn't be hard. We translate those from the brain to computers and back all the time here. It's how the loungers work. Her personality, though. All the extra pieces of robotic programmed decision-making. A normal organic brain wouldn't know what to do with them. A synth brain, on the other hand, well, it's already somewhere between the two.
You're not suggesting... I won't kill a synth.
I'm suggesting nothing of the kind. Allow me to explain. I've worked on synths before, giving them memory wipes so they can live a life free of the Institute. But the procedure isn't always successful. If something goes wrong, it can leave them in a brain-dead state. Living, but with no cognition. I know a caretaker for one of these brain-dead synths.
I'd like to try.
We just need her caretaker's consent. Give me a day to get in contact with her.
I will stay with the doctor.
Bingo.
Anyway, getting the ball rolling on that quest.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
I wish I would have built off this more.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here.
Good luck out there. Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us.
You're the one that wants to use G519's body? I just don't have the caps to keep her alive anymore. Life support ain't easy or cheap, you know? I was gonna pull the plug on her. What you're proposing sounds a little better. Better than letting her rot.
She'll be giving what's left of her life for someone else.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Since G5 has no one else, for what it's worth, you have my consent.
Thank you. I know this must be difficult.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Curie, let's begin. Curie, terminate all non-essential operations.
Affirmative.
All right. Connection complete. I have access to your friend's memories. G5's already been prepped, so this shouldn't take long. Yes. There.
My chest. What is happening?
Just breathe. It's an autonomic function. Just let your body do what it must.
I feel so strange.
Listen to me. Can you hear me? What is your name?
My designation is Contagions Vulnerability Robotic Infirmary Engineer. Or Curie.
You had me worried there.
Do not concern yourself. I feel better now.
Good. Very good. Now let's test some cognitive functions. What is 1 plus 2?
3.
If I threw a baseball at your head, what would you do?
Move.
Think of a strong memory. The first that comes to mind. Tell me about it.
Dr. Barrow was very old. He was the last living scientist in my section of Vault 81. He was on his bed, very weak. He said to me, "Curie, you must..." And he died before he finished the sentence. Oh, my insides feel peculiar. What is that?
You might be feeling grief for a friend.
This unit has no friends, but there, my chest is tightening when I think of poor Dr. Barrow.
The operation appears she may need your help to make the transition.
Thank you, Doctor, for this opportunity. I wonder if the data I'm collecting will serve any purpose.
Hey.
Here's what I have on me.
Alright. So Curie in her robot form is honestly much better than her without her robot stuff. But her as a synth leads you to more access to other shit. So, because like her DPS drops a bit because she doesn't have that buzzsaw that she used to have. She now just has a laser thing, or her laser rifle. So she does become a bit weaker, but you can, up their damage threshold with armor. Something you can't do with her as a robot, and unless you use the Automatron DLC to build her up, but at that point you're better off just, making them human and just scavenging armor as you go. Alright, here it is. Since I'm heading into glowing sea, I'm gonna need this guy.
What do you want?
Alright. So I'm not wasting a perk point on melee weapons. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, so we're loading back. Could do ring 2, but I'd rather not.
Hey.
What do you want?
Hey.
Here's what I have on me.
Alright.
finally think straight.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a grown man feeling sorry for himself. Huh.
Alright. We're heading to the glowing sea. I would end the video now, but
I've got something a bit different for you. Our scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a...
so Fort Hagen is the farthest south I have. This is the reason why I brought the Righteous Authority with me, is so I would have a lot more, you know, a bit more firepower for the weapon. Because 44 damage compared to, I mean, this guy. I mean, it's not much, but I feel like it's going to be more useful for enemies in the glowing sea. I know there's a suit of power armor if I follow the road. So I'm hoping to find that so I can give us, hopefully, the set to curie. I honestly do like this little setup, you know. The T-51 with the T-45 shoulders.
Monsieur, enemies have been dispatched. Trade is good.
Heads up.
Do you need something from me? I would be delighted to.
Alright, so now I know that there's going to be more power armor to find. Fun. We're not engaging the gunners. Curie, why are you using your fists?
Heads up.
Hopefully I don't have to give her a gun. Because she's supposed to have her own laser rifle. As much as I would like to play another legendary enemy, a legendary Mylar King is not that. I'm not that guy, pal. a bad find. How much is a gamma gun worth? A decent amount of money in it, so we'll take them. Not gonna lie, I hate the Children of Adam as a faction. At least in this game. In the... This is straight up just my fucking pistol. That's funny. I'll take it because it's funny. Anyway, on to the path we were. But no, I don't really like the Children of Adam that much. They're just an annoying faction. Like, in some cases, they don't even bother you. In other cases, they will just randomly attack you. Even for no reason. It's like, bro, I'm just chilling. I think it was this road that I had to follow to get to power armor. Which is whatever. One second, I need to pause for a moment. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. I guess when an enemy gets too close because of her older AI, she just glitches out. Yeah, we ain't searching that. I'm not dealing with the feral sun here. I'll do a day where I explore the whole glowing sea another time. It's one of the few places in this game that I do enjoy going through. Oh. Now, but the glowing sea in this game, while it doesn't make sense scientifically, it is cool just to see. Like an area is so fucked up by radiation that there's literal radiation storms. To me, I think they could have expanded upon this, put something with the Enclave here. Like they were secretly working with the Institute.
I will count the bodies of the heretics I have burned, and for each one, I bring a smile on their stature.
You approach Atom's holy ground. Why? State your purpose or be divided in his sight.
I'm here because I need your help.
Do you seek division? Have you come to merge with Atom, to be split in his infinite glory? Or do you seek to tear down his followers?
I'm looking for someone named Virgil.
Virgil? Yes, we know this Virgil. What do you want with him?
I need his help reaching the Institute.
I have heard of this institute. They hide themselves, trying to avoid the power of Atom. A futile effort. In truth, this Virgil has caused some concern. Some believe his presence is an affront to Atom. Though he came to trade with us on a few occasions, we have had little other contact with him. It was quite clear he wanted to. You can find him southwest of the crater.
All those seeking Adam are welcome. Or is it something more tangible?
not going to work. I'm not stupid. I knew they'd send him after me.
Take it easy. Kellogg's dead.
Dead? He's dead. Don't you lie to me.
I'm not lying. I killed him myself.
Did you? Kellogg was ruthless. There's a reason the Institute used him to do their dirty work for so many years. I knew that, and so you killed him, eh? Then what do you want with me?
I know you were part of it, and you escaped. They sent Kellogg to kill you.
How the hell do you know any of that? No, it doesn't matter. I'm not going back. I can't go back. Look at me. Why are you even here? What do you want? I'm sorry, what? You want to get into the Institute? Are you insane? Never mind how nearly impossible that is. Even if you were to succeed, it'd almost certainly end in your immediate death. What reason could you possibly have for taking that kind of risk?
I'm trying to find my son. The Institute kidnapped him.
Oh, I had no idea. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Institute has taken people from the Commonwealth in the past. If your son is one of them, I can understand why you'd want to get in there. I can help, but I'm going to need something in return.
You help me and I'll help you.
All right. If I help you, you're going to do something for me. Before I was forced to leave, I was working on a serum to reverse this mutation. It could return me to normal. You understand? So if you get in there, I need you to find it in my old office and bring it to me. I think that's pretty reasonable in exchange for helping you. All right? Let's talk details. First things first. You know how synths get in and out of the Institute?
Yeah, they use some sort of teleporter.
Well. Not many know about it. Pretty closely guarded secret. You've certainly done your homework. It's commonly referred to as the molecular relay. I don't understand all the science behind it, but it works. Dematerializes you in one place, rematerializes you in another. I'm sure it sounds crazy, but it's a reality. The relay is the only way in and out of the Institute. You understand? The only one. That means you're going to have to use it. Now, have you ever seen an Institute courser?
I don't really know. Doesn't sound familiar.
Not surprising. They don't come out often, and when they do, few see them. Coursers are Institute synths, designed for one purpose. They're hunters. Operations go wrong, a synth goes missing, and a courser is dispatched. They're very good at what they do, and you're going to have to kill one.
Let's go. Just point me in the right direction.
Well, I suppose your enthusiasm counts for something. Every courser has special hardware that gives them a direct connection to the relay in the Institute. It's embedded in a chip in their heads. You need that chip. But to get it, you'll have to find a courser. Now, I don't know if you're going to have to hunt one down. I can tell you where to start and...
Okay, let's get to work.
Right. The primary insertion point for coursers is in the ruins of CIT. Now, when you get to the ruin, follow the signal. Not gonna lie.
Just where I'm gonna call it quits for today's stream. So, thank you all for tuning in. Before I go, our sponsor for the video is again the MindKeep app. And by sponsor, I mean they literally are just giving us like a beer. Nah, but in all seriousness, go check them out. Link in description below. I'm not gonna go too much into them because I've done it a bunch in other videos. But yeah, I'm gonna teleport back to Sanctuary, drop off some loot, drop off the power armor because I don't want to use it for green tech, and from there, that's it for the stream. So yeah.